ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਹਜ਼ੂਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੁਰਬਰੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀਓ, ਬੇਨਤੀ came to discuss Guru Sahib's beautiful Sikhi as best as we can in English, so we can reflect and think about the things that would help our relationship go stronger with the Akal Purkh Vaheguru Ji. So the purpose of today is to think about and help discuss what things make Guru Sahib feel closer to us, for us to feel closer to Guru Sahib. It's a very difficult relationship to form and strengthen when we first set off on this path, because it's very, very easy to think that I perform X, Y, Z acts and therefore I should be good. I will be recognized and accepted by Guru Sahib. And when we think about it, I have myself, as well as met many, many people that go through the motions on a daily basis, wake up and perform some acts of Sikhi, and then during the day and in the evening, and when we retire for the night, we start the process again the next morning. And when we go to work or we go to school or wherever we do, whatever we do during the day when we're living, when we compare how our daily life to somebody who has no Sikhi at all, no Guru Sahib in their life, because they either haven't been exposed to Guru Sahib's wisdom yet, or they're from another part of the world or part of another tradition, I can't help but feel sometimes that comparing their demeanor, their emotional state, their frame of mind, their personality traits, and that the way somebody is generally through the day, what they can cope with, what they deal with and how they deal with it, and then compare it to us. Because Guru Nanak Badshah Ji's Marg, from its conception till now, all those years ago, 550 plus years ago, from then till now, the history is littered with his Sikhs who have lived and breathed the same messages and lived up to the word or the instructions of Guru Nanak to the letter, to the point where it's been absolutely comparable to Guru Sahib's life himself, So when we talk about the suffering that's been inflicted upon Guru Sahib's Sikhs, and the manner with which they endured them, the peace and anand with which they endured the most difficult and arduous journeys, and pain that was inflicted on them on a physical level as well as on a mental level. When we look at the ardas that we remember them all through, all the Guru Sikhs that were horrible, torturous things done to them, whether they were torn apart, cut apart, hurt in many difficult ways. And the reason we remember them, all the paintings around this Gurdwara Sahib and many others that seemingly display like a gruesome imagery in some people's minds. But in actual fact, what's being displayed is an act of love. And at first glance, you'd probably be confused as to why, how can that be, what do you mean an act of love in these paintings? So I've had in this Gurdwara Sahib people visiting from other communities, children as well as teachers, as well as adult groups and elders. And one of the most common questions they ask is, why have you got paintings like that on the wall? Why have you got paintings of people who look as if they're suffering and all this gruesome depiction of this type of cruelty on your walls? Isn't it a little bit too graphic for kids? And this kind of thing. And these are the type of questions that get asked sometimes when people visit a Gurdwara and not expecting to see imagery like that in paintings. You know? And then we go on. I said to them that we'll talk about it when we talk about the Sikhi. You know? And the first things we begin to cover are the basics of what Guru Nanak Badshah was bringing to this earth. If Guru Nanak Badshah was himself Guru da Roop, which means Akal Purkh da Roop, which means God himself in the form of a human body, and that means that is the same Guru, the same Vaheguru, the same God who created Hinduism a few thousand years before, Judaism, Christianity and Islam, and the Buddhist tradition as well. He's created all these paths. He creates everything. He created the good in the world, the bad in the world, the suffering, the happiness, everything. Whatever's happened in history, the creation of the planet itself, and the storybook of life that's happened from then till now, Guru Sahib has made all of that happen. So he made all these paths as well. He made the conflict, he made the wars, he made the peace, he made all the different types of rulers and religions and languages. If he created all that and then decided, I'm going to come down in the form of Guru Nanak and wake people up, that means he came for a purpose. He saw that there was something lacking. Whatever humankind is doing on this planet, whatever religions they follow, whatever practices they're following, there's something incomplete or something that's not quite right. There's no peace on the earth. Especially at that time Guru Nanak Badshah came, India was ridden with pain and suffering because of the regimes that were taking over at the time and the suffering they were inflicting on the common person. So Guru Nanak Badshah came and he delivered the basics that we understand to be the basics. So we sometimes say to the kids, if the Guru Granth Sahib Ji is the recorded wisdom of Guru Nanak's wisdom, his philosophy, and as his light transferred from one Guru's body to the next, and all that compilation of wisdom is now compiled in the Guru Granth Sahib Ji, if the 1,430 angs or pages were then condensed down to a summarizable description, then we all know that that's commonly expressed as Naam Japana, Vandike Shakana, the Kirtakani. And when we talk about that with the wider community, non-Sikhs especially, and we talk about the power that Guru Sahib introduced meditation for, and we usually talk about any human being who tries to be good is still going to end up being bad in one way or another, because nobody's perfect. If one of Guru Nanak's first words were that there is no Hindu and is no Muslim, and can you imagine in a place when there was nothing but Hindus and Muslims, And they were thinking, what are you talking about? There's nothing but Hindus and Muslims here. How can you say there is no Hindu and Muslim? And you only have to ask even kids, forget the adults. Jere visitors to Gurdwara on there. You only have to ask the kids, why do you think a person would say that? Why do you think Guru Nanak said that? And they put their brain into gear and they figure it out before long. That Guru Nanak Bacha is trying to say that whatever religion you think you're from, we're all equal. That's why there's no Hindu, no Muslim. You can call yourself what you want. You can say you're a Liverpool supporter. Are you better than a Leeds supporter all of a sudden, Hannah? Just because of the football team you support? Because of the religion you claim to follow? Because of the language you speak or the part of the world you're from or your shape or your size or your colour? Is that what makes you better? Good now, can this be? There is no Hindu, no Muslim, meaning we're all equal. So stop considering yourself, I'm better than thou. My group is better than your group. My religion is better than your group. It sounds like a bit of a playground banter, but it happens in the adult world too. That's why all this war and strife is happening everywhere. Guru Nanak Basha says, the whole universe is, the whole mankind is one. We're all one, we're the same. And he goes on and he talks about Nam Japana, meaning that when you connect to that light inside, that light that's in every single human being, that light that's in every single plant life, that light that is in animal kingdom also, anything that lives and breathes, that is alive, contain this light inside them. So when you meditate and collate yourself and collect your thoughts, you start to align and feel and grow that light until you witness it and you can connect with it. And when you connect with the light that's inside you, you automatically connect to the light of every single living being that's out there, because that light is one. It's interconnected. And the little beef that we have with each other sometimes, I don't like that person, I don't like that relative, I don't like that religion, I don't like that football team. All the strife we have with each other flies away because we don't just feel the connection, we see the connection. We don't just see the connection, we are connected. We automatically feel it as one. So this is Nam Japana, this is what it does, meditating. Because any human being, the reason this phrase exists, waking up on the wrong side of the bed, it means it's acknowledged. Sometimes we will get up and we'll just be having an off day for no reason. Nobody's wronged us. We feel either negative, or we feel a bit frustrated, or we become a bit flustered quicker than normal. That's normal human nature. Everybody has it. But the person who tries to connect with Nam every day and every morning, for that person, all these negative traits are lessening and lessening and lessening by day. And as they're lessening, that person is having less bouts of frustration, or waking up on the wrong side of the bed, or being negative, or having short temper. All these kind of things are naturally going away. And that person is becoming a calmer person, a better version of themselves. And Guru Nanak Basha says, no matter how good you think you are, you can be better than that still. And a person who does Nam Japana is more likely to get there, or is going to get there much more quicker than somebody who doesn't. Because willpower alone will never work. If I got told today for the first time that everybody's equal, and I think, all right then, that means I must not treat a Chinese person, a black person, a Muslim, or this and that and the other. I won't treat people different anymore. I'm going to treat everybody as equal. But guaranteed in your mind, sometimes it will pop up. That guy's a so-and-so, or this and that, and maybe judge whether somebody's a female, or whether they've got a different sexual orientation, or whether what gender they are, or what language they speak, or what they look like even. The complexion of the skin, the size of the body, wide or short. Somehow, way or another, a negative thought always pops in the mind. Because it's natural. It's going to happen. Nobody can not do it. And with all the willpower in the world, you won't be able to. And sometimes naturally, because you are going to get frustrated, you're not going to be nice to everybody all the time. Sometimes you're going to snap at somebody. Sometimes you just get frustrated and you speak rudely to somebody just because you're feeling a bit off. No other reason. They might not have even deserved it. So Guru Nanak says this is normal. This is the human state at the moment. That is the way of humans. That is the way mankind is. But when you do Nam Japana, when you jap Nam, when you concentrate on Nam, or try to align yourself with Nam on a daily basis, that person's behavior begins to change. So the question arises, that us as Sikhs, when you compare yourself to a non-Sikh, somebody who hasn't got this beautiful tool of Naam, ask yourself, of everybody out there, who's do you know that's probably calmer than you? Or who do you know that's got a less temperament than you? Or who do you know that gets less flustered or frustrated than you? And if they've managed to do that without Guru Sahib's wisdom, then are we doing something wrong? Are we truly connecting in the way Guru Nanak suggested? Because if our behavior doesn't reflect the acts we perform, meaning when we read Gurbani or when we reflect on it or when we're japping Naam, then there's something lacking there. We have to make that assessment. Because Guru Sahib's wisdom says, Bande, hey guy, khoj dil har roj, na fir pareshani mahe. So he says, reflect on yourself on a daily basis. Check yourself. Check your mind. Check your heart. Where you at? What kind of day did you have? Were you a bit off today? We could have done a few things better than I did. Reflect. Compare, analyze, check yourself, and then if you're not doing no better this year than you did last year or the 5 years before, we're still similar level of frustration levels or our behavior is a bit off, or people out there, I'm saying, that guy is a really calm and cool, collected guy. I wish I was like that. And you got to look at yourself. Because then, as Sikhs, if we're reflecting on Gurbani, his words, and we're reflecting on Naam, yet our behavior isn't changing, there's something not quite right there. We have to reassess what are we doing or how are we going about it. There's a bit of fine-tuning that needs to happen, or a bit more emphasis or reflection needs to happen there somewhere. So this is how we got to be real about it. And then when we talk about living honestly, people say kirtan means earning honestly. It actually means living honestly, behaving honestly. So yes, in trade, in business, you might say this iPhone's worth about £500 now, but I'm going to sell it to you for £1,000 because it's the best iPhone on the planet. It's been reconditioned. You won't get to find another one like it. And when we ask the kids, do you think I'm telling fibs? Or do you think I'm being honest? And they say, oh yeah, you're lying. And I said, yeah. But somebody might have been gullible enough to fall for it, and I would have earned an extra £500. I would have earned £1,000 instead of 500. And that's not honest living. And if I truly believe that everyone's equal, then why would I want to take advantage of somebody? If I truly believed that the light is inside everybody, and I want to connect to that too, because the light inside me is Guru, Vaheguru Akal Purkh, the light inside you is Guru, Vaheguru Akal Purkh as well, why would I take advantage of that person? So honest living means truly seeing the light in everybody and treating everybody equally. And if I said this is a £500 phone, I'm selling it for £550 though, because I went and sourced it, I brought it here, you can go out there and get it cheap if you want, but if you want it here and now, it's £550. I'm trying to make an earning as well, and I've did the travelling and la-di-da. I'm being honest and upfront about it. I'm not cheating anybody. I might make a profit, but I'm not lying. So that's honest living. And the sharing aspect speaks for itself. I don't even need to go there. And when we think about that and reflect and compare to other dharms, how are we doing? There's a bit of a difference, because Guru Sahib says that karam, like kirt karna, kirt, and karna, and karam means to do something, karna. Karam, taram, pakhand jo dise, tim jam jagati lute. So Guru Sahib saying that if your faith is based on acts, karam, taram, if you practice your faith, whatever the faith is, if you practice your faith through karams, meaning I have done this act, I have done my Japji Sahib, I have done it, yeah? You've made it into a tick box exercise act. I bowed at the Gurdwara today, I came matha teked and I've gone. Or I read my namaz, or I did this and I did that, I did this act to that, I lit a candle, or I did a tumf, or I did a this, or I did a that. Karam, it means you did something. Karam taram, straight away, Guru Sahib doesn't beat about the bush. Pakhand jodi say, he goes, it's pakhand. If you're doing something here without a presence of mind and consciousness, and it's not adding something to you, it's karam, it's just something you do. He's not interested in that. So when have you done your nitnem? Have you done it? Have you done your japji? Have you done your mulmantar? Even when we say to our kids, have you done it? Yeah, I've done it. What does that mean? Hannah? Imagine somebody sent you a loved one of yours or mine, hadn't seen him for 6 months, forget internet, zero contact, and they sent you a letter. A loved one sent you a letter 6 months away, you hadn't seen him. When you read that letter, are you going to flick through it rapid as you can because you've got to get to work, put it down? Have you done your letter? Yeah, I've done it. What did they say? I'm not sure. Anna? These messages that Guru Sahib has recorded for us, it's him expressing himself. It's called Gur Bani. Bani means the speech of. Bani existed before Guru. Whoever wrote whatever texts, the Hindu text, for instance, plenty of volumes of those, that was called Bani too, by the way. This is called Gur Bani because it's Guru's words, Guru's speech, he's speaking to us. And imagine he's reaching out to you, so hey Maraput, I've got a message for you, man. Come listen to this and see what it does to your life, yeah? And we say, I've done it. Look at the relationship we've got here with what we're doing. How do we expect that we're going to be calmer than the next guy? How do we expect that we're going to have better behavior characteristics than the next guy? Just when I say the next guy, I mean somebody with no dharam or some other dharam, with no faith at all, or perhaps may not even believe in God, or perhaps does in some other way or form. Because Nanak's wisdom, like we said, from our history, those people who were torn apart, ripped apart, and stayed in absolute peace, just like Guru Sahib did. The same wisdom that Guru Sahib employed to keep him asthir, or just completely steady, he shared that wisdom to his Sikh, and the Sikh employed that wisdom and achieved the same heights as their Guru did, whether they were being chopped apart or whether they're being hurt, ripped apart, torn, you name it, whatever type of painful thing that could be inflicted on another human being has been done to the Sikh. And our history attests to the fact that they did it with so much composure, bliss and peacefulness. That is the reason why we have these pictures around the Gurdwara. So when we've explained Naam Japana, Kirtan Ke Vand Ke Shakana, the oneness, the connection, the Naam, the centeredness and interconnectiveness of what Sikhi brings, and then we share to the kids or adults or barley, other communities, that these pictures on the wall, as gruesome as it might seem to you, they're inspiring to us, because it reminds us that no matter what type of pain these people went through, they did it with absolute composure. Not one person flinched. Not one person screamed out. Not one person gave up. In fact, it was the opposite. They had glow coming out their face, bliss and smiles on their face. Some of them were singing when they were getting torn apart. History attests to this. Even non-Sikhs have written about it. Non-Sikh historians have attested to what happened to Banda Singh Bahadur when his whole family was torn apart in front of him, and he was ripped apart too. And the bliss on the face, not one person, 700 people were massacred per day at the time of, 700 in total, hundreds per day were massacred, and a non-Sikh historian writes that not one person flinched, not one person screamed. This is the caliber of the students of Guru Nanak, the Sikh of Guru Nanak. So when we look at ourselves and reflect, where am I at? Bande, Khoj, Dil, Har Roj. Roj, every day, check yourself where you're at. Reflect on your heart, reflect on your state of mind. Because if I did rubbish, and I do rubbish myself too, then we need to check ourselves and think, wait, what happened there? Guru Nanak Bhai Ji, I'm not doing very well. Guru Nanak Bhai, give me some more wisdom, I need it. But those pictures remind us as those who meditate on this Naam, this vibrational force and energy that permeates the universe, this resonant frequency that we align ourselves to, and then become one with that light as well. These are the people who achieved it, and no matter what was done to them on the outside, they covered it in bliss. They traversed it in bliss and calmness and happiness even, and pure love. And we don't want to ever forget these characters, these personalities, these names and these figures, who every single one of them, went through some nasty stuff, gruesome stuff in such a beautiful way. So that's why every single day, forget pictures, we speak about them every single day, probably twice a day, if not more, in our ardas. That is the reason why we remember them. Jinnah Singhniyan ne dharam het cease ditte, they gave their heads, band kataye, they got chopped up. Khopriyan haiyan, they got the scalps ripped off. They were sort of pierced with spikes. Aadinal Chadai got sawn in half. Aadinal Chadai ge Chadkhniyate Chanetan Aadinal Chadai ge Gurdwari Sevali Kurbaniyan kita. They sacrificed their lives even for their Dharam. Dharam ni harya. Sikhi Kesa Swasa na nibai. That means they lived it, fulfilled it, and they breathed their last. And when we remember them, the only thing that can come out of our mouths is Tenani yaad karke Khalsa ji bolo ji Waheguru, bolo ji Waheguru, bolo ji Waheguru. And when they remembered Waheguru, that's what they had on their lips, and they traversed all that, no matter what was inflicted upon them. So that is an extreme. That's the worst of the worst kind of behavior that could be inflicted upon us. But when we look at ourselves, our everyday lives, the stuff we have to put up with, it's nowhere near on that level of the scale, is it? But we struggle. Those guys, perfectly kind of just glided across that difficulty because of the connection they had achieved, the connection that they did on a daily basis, which firmed them up to the point where when that was inflicted upon them, they traversed that with ease. And when we think about Mir Muni and the jail, the amount of Bibia, not one Bibia, of all the Bibia, not even one faltered. So when I look at myself and think, oh, didn't cope with that very well, did you? That was a bit of a mess up. Then I've got to think, where am I? Did I truly do my redas? Did I truly do my japji? Did I finally need you do your amritavella? This doing thing is the biggest blocker for creating a relationship with the Galpur Waheguru. So the topic of the talk was actually, falling in love with Sikhi. But it's a false title, really. It's falling in love with Guru. Because when we do fall in love with Guru, we can't live or breathe without it. Because that example I gave earlier about a loved one sending you a letter, you would never just browse and scan that letter, just, speed read it, put it down. You're gonna dote over every letter and every single word that's been shared with you. You want to understand where they're coming from, what they're asking, what they're saying, how are they. You want to know everything. And if that letter was given to you in that way, and I park it on my shelf, and somebody comes into my room and says, "Yo, did you read that letter from your mum? You haven't seen it for 6 months." And I read it, but don't really remember what she said. I don't think I was concentrating at the time. You've had it on your shelf for weeks. Yeah, I've put a nice rumal on it though. I'm respecting it. But dude, have you not even read what your mum's saying to you? Anna? This is the relationship. A person who loves their mother, who might have written to them, is going to pour all over that letter. And if that letter says, do us a favour, don't forget to put the milk bottles out in the morning. You think that person's going to forget? The mother's giving him an instruction from, hadn't seen him for 6 months, and just made a basic, tiny little request. You're going to get that thing done. Whatever that task was, you're going to get it done out of love for the person who's asking of it from you. Then comes Guru, who created us, giving us everything we ever needed, not even asked for. Parents, a house, a roof, warmness, food, companions, you name it, money, tan, daulat. Our qawm is full of it now. Anything we ask for has always come. Anything we had not asked for has still been provided. This is what Guru gives. And how much of a relationship have we tried to have back? Spoiled kids who just like, give me. and then don't even say thank you, or don't even acknowledge, or don't even think about, or even reflect, we've got to ask ourselves, when we're reading Guru Sahib's love letters, 1,430 pages worth of love letters, there's something like 60,000 shabads in there. That means 60,000 little love letters. Which one of them can we honestly say, I got struck by that message, and I'm trying to live that today the best as I can? That's a Sikh job, So if we're talking about falling in love with Sikhi, or falling in love with Guru, and Guru Sahib says, Karam taram pakhand jo dise, ten jam jagatu lute, jam jagati lute. Nirban kirtan gave karte ka, namak simrat jit shute. So he's saying that I'm not interested in the things you do. You're done your raras. But if you reflected on raras, and if you soaked it up, and were just mesmerized, or were just contemplating and carried it forward with you. Because imagine if I carry forward what I've learned from raras tomorrow and today, and tomorrow when I read it again, it complements what I read yesterday, and the day after when I read it, it complemented it even further. How am I not going to progress? How am I not going to build that pyar? How am I not going to build that connection with Guru Sahib? It's going to happen. So no other person is going to come along and knock you on your head and say, hello, wake up. Have you made your connection with Guru Sahib yet? It's down to us. As when I say us, I mean me, myself, for me. Some people think some magical kirpa might happen and then I might connect. Somebody's going to come with some magical pixie dust and chuck it on our head and boom, we've made a connection. It doesn't happen like that. Guru Sahib kehte hain, Uddam, effort. Uddam karendiyan jiyon tu. Live through effort. Make an effort. Uddam karendiyan jiyon tu. Only live, my friend, by making an effort. Live through effort. Uddam karendiyan jiyon tu. Kamavandiyan sukh punch. So like when we go to work, or we're going to do a project, or we're running our business, Uddam karende jiyon kamavandeya. I'm earning something now. I've made an effort and some fruit have come out of it. I invested something, maybe I earned some money. I made some effort, got a good wage. Uddam karende jiyon kamavandeya. Kamavandeya kush, I've earned something. Kamavandeya sukh punch. Then enjoy that. Enjoy it. Having a fat packet of a wage, I might enjoy it and spend it on my family, have a nice little meal or whatever. I've enjoyed it. But Guru Sahib says, earn this and enjoy it, have it. With Uddam. Not just mosey along and expect some magic pixie dust to all of a sudden switch on some spirituality and bang, I'm now having some next level bliss. So Uddam karendiyan jiyo tu, kamavandiyan sukh punch. Then enjoy it. Taste it, flavor it, havor it, savor it. Kamavandiyan sukh punch. Dhyan dhyan tu Prabhu mil. With that focus and attention, apply it. And when you apply it, then mil Prabhu, meet me, come and get me. I'm waiting for you. Like Guru Sahib has littered everybody across the planet. He scattered us all everywhere. Right, come find me now. This game has begun. Come and get me. Here are the instructions. Here are the clues. Here's the magic cheat codes. Read them. Come and get me. Are we doing it? So, dhyan dhyan tu Prabhu mil, Nanak utri chint. Then Guru Nanak says that your chinta, your anxiety, your worries, whatever negative sort of stresses you have in your head, uttar jande, start to fall off. All from this little 2-line couplet. Uddam karendiyan. Effort. Uddam karendiyan jiyon tu. Kamavandiyan sukh punch. Dhyan dhyan tu Prabhu mil. Nanak utri chint. So, for those who might reflect, and I didn't say do the Nityanem, Ajahn K saying, those who reflect on Nityanem every morning with whatever says in Jap Bani, Jap Ji Sahib, or Jap, Sweye, Chopi, and Anand. What is the tuk from Sweye, where Guru Sahib talks about pyar at the end? Can somebody shout it out, please? It's not a one-way conversation anymore. Sweye, which is the tuk at the end when Guru Sahib talks about pyar? Jinn? Anybody? Complete silence. Jin prem? Jin prem kiyo, tin hi prab payo. The one who did something with love, tin hi prab payo. Every day we try to read that, most of us, huh? And this is the effort. When we read it with pyar, I want to know what you're saying to me, Guru Nanak Bacha Ji. And when we make that relationship like that, make it about you and Guru, then it's going to happen. Uddam karende jiyo tu, then kamai it, then you're going to earn it. And when you earn it, you're going to feel it and love it. And that is the reason why Guru Sahib says, Jo to, if you, Jo to, prem khelan ka chao. If you want to play this game, then, if you want to play this game of pyar, of love, sir tartali gali meri aao. Then come to me then, with your head in your hand, that you're wanting to learn, you want to reflect, you want to give up your own efforts or your own ideas, should I say, your own spiritual ideas, your own way of thinking, your own limited, fallible mindsets. The thing that is not taking you further every day, the thing that's not helping you be as best as you possibly can be, the thing that stops you from having the level of tolerance, patience and calmness that we should have had from ages ago, we still have an opportunity to have. Come to me with your limits emptied out, and then come to me and be ready to filled with this wisdom. Joto prem khalan ka chao, sir tartali gali meri aao. If you want to walk on this path, walking takes effort. You got to lift your own foot. You got to step forward. You got to put it down. And if that means you got to walk, no one's going to grab your pair and say, you've done that already. You've learnt it. If you want to step on it, then sir dije, kaan na kije. Don't care what the next guy says. Aaki pata tere sar de utte, aaki case rakhan lag pya, aaki kan lag pya tu. Kaana kije. Don't give him lend no ear to nobody else, because everyone's going to say something negative or something. People who may not be on the path or think they are, or they're living a bit of a dual sort of existence when it comes to how they see things spiritually. Everyone's going to make some sort of negative comment or another. Guru Sahib knows this, and we face it all the time. So don't lend no ear to nobody else. When you step on the path, it's going to happen. What do you mean waking up at 4 a.m? You only went to bed at 10. That was only 6 hours. It's not even 8 hours. What are you doing? Don't lend no mind to nobody else. You know what embarrasses me? Margaret Thatcher used to sleep 4 hours a day. The female prime minister of this country that everyone hated because of the policies that she introduced, the negative person who trampled all over the innocent lives of common man in order to favour the rich. This person ran this country on 4 hours of sleep per day. So je Guru Sahib kande hun so jo te amrit vele uth jo sanu ki hon laga. You know what I mean? We start worrying what's going to happen to my health. Will I be able to survive through work? What this, what that? Is any of our jobs more complicated than running a whole country? For crying out loud. Anna? If you think of all the CEOs on this planet who rule multinational companies, got so much pressure on their mind, dealing with thousands of people, with a lot of productivity to be achieved by the end of the day, end of the week, end of the month, end of the term. All these responsibilities, financial responsibilities, people responsibilities, productivity responsibilities, and they have to have a clear head, clear thought out strategies, and be able to communicate effectively, calmly, and be able to get through to people, lead them, inspire them, do all sorts of stuff. They're doing all that. If you think about all the big wigs out there, big companies, all the fat cats and all these people who are doing a very successful job, look at their character and demeanour and professionalism and their behaviour and compare it to yourself. Forget Dharam for 1 minute. Forget Guru Nanak's path for 1 minute. Just compare to these people. How are we doing in comparison to them? Given this earth-shattering universal wisdom of enlightenment that is at our fingertips, how are we doing? These paintings with all these, pain inflicted on them, an absolute sahaj and composure that these Gursikhs lived through countless. If they were here now, guaranteed any one of those Gursikhs, no matter what they applied their mind to, they would be successful and leave shockwaves across the planet with whatever they put their mind to, because their mind was astir, that steady, and tooled up with the wisdom of Guru Pacha. And these qualities, that these characters across the earth, of which there are many, have these responsibilities and have these abilities and have these personality traits that are really high up there in order to achieve what they are achieving. That's at our fingertips, because that composure they've got. Think about the qualities. What have they got? What kind of calmness do they need? What type of forthrightness must they have? What type of clarity must they have? What type of people skills? What type of tolerances must they have? What type of low frustration levels? What type of whatever stress levels they might have? How do they tackle those? I'll tell you one thing. If you read about any successful person on this planet, hyper successful, really, really go-getter type people, there is a common denominator, which is they all woke up before dawn. ਆ ਚੀਜ਼ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਾ ਵੀ ਉੱਠੋ ਨਾਮ ਜਪੋ, ਇਹ ਤੇਰਾ ਖੁਰਾਕ ਹੈ, it's your food, without which we're in pumble pussy all the time. Our heads are like twisted up, our emotions are all twisted up as well. And we eat every day to give ourselves some physical sustenance for this body. But what about our mental sustenance? Like Guru Sahib saying, have it and enjoy it and reap the rewards of it too. Nah, it's all right. I've done my I've done my job, Ji. We leave it at that level. So these characters in this planet, these personalities who have sent epic ripples across the earth through their success and their character, the personality, positive traits that they've got, right? And then here there's us with this special wisdom. So let's do a little comparison of ourselves. We have to do that check-in. You have to do that comparison. Guru Sahib, main tani haje pahunchya, tusi bakshish karo. Ask then. Guru Sahib is ready to give if we ask. We don't ask him. We run of the mill, just like carrying on routine level every single day. We ain't gonna get nowhere. That's not love, huh? If you love somebody and they've said, you know what, I'm really ill at the moment, I'm tired, I'm ill, I'm not doing very well physically, I just need somebody to put out the bins, I need somebody to hoover up, I've been doing it every single day, you guys never help, today I'm just messed up, I'm really ill, I just need you to do it, this is one ask of mine. And what type of person would it be for that type of ask think, I can't be bothered, I'm a bit tired myself, know? This is how we can be sometimes. So it's when we're talking about pyar, we're not doing it because Guru Nanak expects it of us. We're not doing it because, I'm a Sikh, I've signed up to this now, I better follow these motions. Guru Sahib trying to help us become better people, and it's going to help us to be better. It's going to make me better. It's going to make me and my near loved ones or my friends or my circles stronger or better. It's going to help me. It's going to help me in my work life, help my home life. It's going to elevate me. It's going to lift me. And beyond that, these are just the basics. That's what it's going to do. So, when we read Guru Sahib's love letters now, the 60,000 plus of them in Guru Granth Sahib, any which one, even if we read 2 lines of one of those shabads, there's so much wisdom in that, so much direction, help, and a connection. So when Guru Sahib says, Jin prem kiyo tin hi prabh payo, he's not interested with main tahan 2 saal li 3 baje uthda reha. The act of getting up, even though I've said it, the act of getting up doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be, get through the door either. You must ask yourself, with what presence of mind did I just engage in this activity? Be it Amritwala, be it reading some bani, be it coming to the Gurdwara, be it listen to some kirtan, be it whatever type of positivity we could have gained, with what presence of mind did I do it? Am I conscious? Because you bole minu Guru. And am I taking something on board? I might not because I'm a fallible human being, but then tomorrow I need to do better than I did today. Some sort of tarakki da kariye, you know. So this is what we owe a loved one. We owe a loved one. That love relationship is because they're giving you something, you're giving something them, you have a bond. Hai the Guru Sahib ehi sade to puchde te das rahe. So when it comes to love, hai some people say, I think Sikhs are a bit too extreme for me, or I'm an alright Sikh, I'm just like a regular Sikh, but those ones are extreme types. What makes them extreme? Why? Because they've gone above and beyond. You know, those people who have sacrificed their life, of all the paintings we've got up around this Gurdwara, we ever call them extreme? Because the reason I'm going there is because jere sada parivar hai na, our home members, our house members, our family members at home. I don't know what family members everyone's got, of various kinds, even if they don't live with us. The loved ones we have, can you imagine that somebody came, tied their hands up, put a bag over their heads and dragged them out and walked them down the street? Are you going to sit there watching it happen? Oh, look what they're doing, they're dragging mum away. Wonder why. Or are you going to wait for somebody to say, you should get up and do something about that, Is that ever going to happen? Is anyone have to tell you that you could probably get up and stop them or find out what's going on, Is that ever going to happen? No chance. But if a loved one was getting taken away like that, you'd be up like a shot. And you'd be out there trying to deal with it the best way you know how. Why? Because you're extreme. No. It's because pyar hai. What is going on there? You can't do that. And they step up and do whatever needs to be done. If that person had to sacrifice himself for that loved one, they would, without being asked. They don't have to be schooled. They don't have to be taught. They don't have to be encouraged. They have no buttons pressed. It's automatic. The jara banda na pyar banonda Guru Sahib de naal, he won't. Can you imagine, like, if we truly believed we're all equal, if we truly believed that the light's in everybody, Rab sareyan ch dekhna chahiਦਾ hai. हाँ मैं सारे च रब देखदा हां. मैं तो चंगा इंसान हां. मैं नहीं किसी ਨੂੰ negative treat करदा. If that was true, ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਚ ਰੱਬ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ, then you won't be able to tolerate anybody else's दुख. ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਬੱਚਾ ਰੋ ਰਿਹਾ, it's like your ਬੱਚਾ ਰੋ ਰਿਹਾ. ਕਿ ਕਿਸੇ ਕੋਲ ਆਪਣਾ ਪੈਸਾ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਪਹੁੰਚਣ ਨੂੰ, that's your family, that you're going to treat him in the same way. ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਜਪਦਾ ਨਾ, and that light awakens and the light is witnessed in each and every one of us because the connection is strong, that person will do anything for anybody else. This year we're going to celebrate Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Shahidi Divas, 350 Salah. I want this Gora said it to me, and I'm shamed still. 15 years ago, Gora said to me, what did you do over the weekend? I said I went to the local Gurdwara because we were celebrating the martyrdom of our 9th Nanak, 9th Guru, Guru Tegh Bahadur. He goes, all right, what happened? I said, Brahmins came up to him because they were about to be forcibly converted. And they said, look, just don't convert all of us. And if we bring the most powerful person we can, and you can manage to convert him, then we'll all convert. And the most powerful person they can find was Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji and Guru Nanak are one. It's the same light, Nanak's light. They went into the second Guru, third Guru, 9th Guru. Ekki Guru, we don't have 10 Gurus, we don't have 11 Gurus, we have one Guru. They had 10 forms and 11th form now. Ekki Guru si. We say it wrong all the time. Oh Nanak da Jot, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji vich, he stepped up. And Guru Nanak has lambasted the practices of various faiths. Because some of it's hypocrisy. Some of it you're not making sense. Some of it you're going in circles. That is the reason why this Namataram had to get reproduced and reshared again. So Guru Sahib has been unequivocal that I don't practice that. This is the way. So regardless of having a path that is true, Guru Sahib chose to give up his life for the right of somebody else to practice what they wish to do. Let me just say that again. Guru Sahib, who doesn't agree with that way of life, chose to give up his life for their right to choose how they want to live. even though he didn't agree with it. And when that Gora heard that, he goes, whoa, I didn't know you guys was that tolerant. You know, because I don't know if people remember, but 15, 20 years ago, there was lots of press, anti-Sikh press, because there was theatres, windows were getting smashed because there was a play called Besti, and Sikhs were up in arms that they were talking about a grantee that's doing bad stuff to females, and they did a play about it, and they smashed up windows to stop the play from getting played. All this negative press was happening against the Sikhs for having lack of tolerance, of not even allowing expression through art and this and that and the other. Right? So that's what people's opinions started to become about Sikhs, as proper narrow-minded little people. Right? And when he heard that Guru Tegh Bahadurji did that, he goes, oh my God, this is the impression that I was under. But that is the most tolerant thing I've ever heard in my life for one faith to do for another. Forget a person doing it. The founder or the leader of that religion has sacrificed himself for the right of somebody else to practice their faith that he doesn't even believe in. Guru Sahib did this. So when we celebrate 350 years, Apa Jalebiya celebrate karna, we're going to remember the principles that he died for. So when we think about this example I gave of our loved one getting taken away, and the action we would naturally take, if our love was truly what Guru Sahib wants it to be, we won't be able to tolerate the duck of anybody. And that's what the Khalsa did. That's what Guru the Sikh did. Not just for themselves or our community. They stuck up for every mankind, every innocent person. But that can only happen je pyar bane andro. Because our loved one getting taken away, the automatic reaction came because of pyar. And if your pyar is with Guru, your pyar is naturally with the living world too, the natural world as well. And you won't be able to tolerate that Sadi Ma Tarti, Mother Earth is getting pillaged. People are wrecking the environment. People are wrecking each other. People are, raping, pillaging, doing all sorts of bad stuff everywhere. A Sikh wouldn't be able to tolerate that. So this year, not just November time when the actual date comes, but this whole year, the whole Sikh Panth is celebrating Guru Tegh Bahadurji's 350th year since his Shahidi, since his sacrifice. So we have to ask ourselves, Sade kol kinna prem hai? So when Janki used that word before, extremism, is extreme pyar is what it is. It's extreme next level layers of pyar. So the title again for this talk was supposed to be how to fall in love with Sikhi. But like I said in the beginning of the talk, it's a false title really. It's how to fall in love with Guru. Te apang ji Guru de ditiyan hoyan likhta, his bachan, his words. We should be doting on those words on the edge of our seat. That 500 plus years ago, Guru Sahib left these chittiyan for us. Are we doing amal of them? He didn't bring it to just do matha take, go home. In this dwara, Guru da dwara, we should never be able to leave without having taken on board some sort of wisdom or instruction. I have to ask myself, somebody taught me this many years back that, come out of the Gurdwara, what was today's message you took? There might have been umpteen shabads read or sung or reflected upon. What was the bit you took away? And if you walked away, can't remember one, you can't ask yourself, what did I do in Guru's Dwara today? Matha Tek. I'm forgetting the talk I was supposed to remember. I remember the second half. Maybe somebody else can complete it for me. It's about bowing and giving respect. But the last part of the talk says, Pame so geda avo jao. Can you remember the talk? No? Gurbani vich honda hai. If maybe the Sikhi to the max guy can find it, Pame so geda avo jao. You can come and go 100 times. But milya ki hai tuhanu? Are you looking for that magic pixie dust to just do the magic and hopefully ping, I'm a good Sikh all of a sudden? Guru Sahib de rahe. He wants us to reflect, read, absorb, act out and action something and develop that relationship. And when that relationship forms, that true pyar begins to form and grow and get stronger, Naam jab ke jabani pad ke reflect karke, mull it over, make the effort, enact it. Lubya? Have you found it? Pame so geda aavo jao. Then we will recognize what Guru da on da sade Sikhan da koi amal hoya hai. Guru's funny, you know. His everyday bachans, some of them hit the nail right on the head. He goes, Sacha Satgur kya kare? This is Gurbani. Sacha Satgur kya kare? What is the true Guru supposed to do? This is his words. Look how he's talking everyday language. Sacha Satgur kya kare? Jo sikha mein chook. You know, jo pakande na pul chuk maaf. Forgive my mistakes. But he's saying, Sacha Satgur kya kare? Jo sikha mein chook. Meaning pul chuk. Sikha de vich pul chuk ho rahi. The mistake. My Sikhs keep making these mistakes. Sacha Satgur kya kare? Jo sikha mein chook. Ande ek na lagei. Thank you, Ji. Jo baans bajaye fook. He says, what is the true Guru supposed to do when my Sikhs are the ones making the mistakes? These blind people listen to one thing of mine. Ek na lagei jo baans bajaye fook, like blowing through a bamboo stick. You know how the English phrase goes in one ear, out the other? That's what Guru says too. He goes, baans bajaye fook. You've done a fook like a blow into a bamboo stick. It's going in one, coming out the other. That's what my Sikhs are doing. What am I supposed to do? Guru, my Sikhs ain't listening. Look at that everyday language. It makes me chuckle sometimes that Guru Sahib says it in that way. Sacha Satgur kya kare jo sikha mein chook ande ek na lagei jo baans bajaye fook. So do we want to be a Sikh like that? Or do we want to be prem nal pije hoye go-getters of the Sikhs of the past that proved it for us too? Guru, thank you for finding the Shabad. This is when I was asking about. It says Satgur ki prateet na aya. Prateet means like preet or prem, love. Satgur ki prateet na aya. Shabad na lage pao. You haven't actually formed love with Guru Sahib. We're not actually appreciating or loving his words. Satgur ki prateet na aya shabd na lage pao. Usno sukh na upje pave so geda avo jao. That means that Sikh or that person who comes here and is not trying to build love, not appreciating or loving the words, he's not going to get no peace. Osno sukh na upje pave so geda avo jao. Every day speak again. Come and go 100 times. Normally when I say that to somebody, matha tekne bhi ki milna je aapa sunde nahi. Don't say that, that's disrespectful. At least they matha teked. But Guru Sahib said it, now what are you going to do? Pame so geda ave jao. It's all about love. He said it just now. Satgur ki prateet na upje aya nahi haje prem. So we're here to build it. Hon kirtan hon laga hai. And these pyare Guru Sikh are going to sing Guru Sahib's bachans, these shabads, these words. Is it going to come on the screen? No? So at least, keda shabad panna tusi? Deshiva. No need to explain that one then. Deshiva barmoy hai, shubh karmante kabhu na taro. Never be afraid of doing the right thing. What like Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji did. Eh apa gona. Sunna miya te gona miya. Appreciate what's being said and why it's being said, and invest it inside so it become part of us. That's what Guru Sahib wanted. And the last duk of this Shabad was Nanak Gurmukh Sahaj Mile Sache Syon Live Lao. So all Gurmukh enters peacefulness and Sahaj and calmness. Sache Syon Live Lao, when they fall in love with this truth. This truth, these 60 plus thousand Shabads of truths, of alignment, of natural universal wisdom that's going to elevate and lift you and make you powerful. These words, they come through love. Sif paran da naal nahi, sif enacting da naal nahi, karan kar dita, karan da naal nahi. Pad ke bujna, that means reading it and then understanding it, applying it, and then the relationship begins. So I hope I haven't put people down today, because it's natural to feel like, are we saying that we all will be Sikhs? You know, everyone's good in their own way, but we can be better. That's a fact. We can, and Guru Sahib's given us that nudge. Be better than what you are. Don't be satisfied with yourself. Don't be happy that मैं आ कर ले वो कर ले कुछ नहीं किता हजे बहुत करना लाया. And then when we start, boom, then he gives, है ना, पैसा देते हैं. So इन्ना कहते हुए जे कोई बात कट गल कीती होवे तो गुरु साहब बख्शन जो हो गया, संगत भी बख्शन जो हो गया, मैं माफ़ी मंगदा है. सो बेनती अभी कीर्तनी ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਸਟੇਜ ਤੇ ਆ ਜਾਣ. ਸੋ ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਚੁੱਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਾफ़ी करनी जी. वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. Walked out. Shall I give you the
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਹਰ ਹਰ
ਹਰ ਹਰ
ਨਾਮ
ਨਾਮ
ਨਿਦਾਨ
ਨਿਦਾਨ
ਹੈ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
ਸਤਨਾਮ
ਸਤਨਾਮ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਆਏ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਸਰਨਾਗਤੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਿਦ ਦਇਆਲ ਏਕ ਅੱਖਰ ਹਰ ਮਨ ਬਸਤ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਤ ਨਿਹਾਲ ਆਨੰਦ ਗੁਣ ਨਿਧਾਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਗਰੀਬ ਗੁਰੂ ਗਰੀਬ ਨਿਵਾਜ ਨਿਵਾਜ ਦੇਹ ਸਿਵਾ ਬਰ ਮੋਹਿ ਹੈ ਦੇਹ ਸਿਵਾ ਬਰ ਦੇਹ ਸਿਵਾ ਹੈ ਸੋ ते काब हु नाटरो धे हे सेवा भार नडरो आर सो जाब नडरो आर सो जाब जाए लरो ने चकार अपनी जीत करो दे हे सेवा भार मोहे हे है सोब कार मानते काब भूना करो दे हे सेवा भार भार सेख हो आपने ही मान को आर सेख हो आपने ही मान को चरो जब आव की औद जब आव की औध निधान बन आत हीरन में ताब जूझ मरो हो दे हे सेवा भार मोहे हे है सोब कार मानते काब हुना टरो दे हे सेवा भार दे हे सेवा भार कैसी आरती होए। आरती कैसी आरती होए। आरती कैसी आरती होए। आरती कैसी आरती होए। भव खंडना तेरी आरती। भव खंडना तेरी आरती। अनहता सबदवा जंत भेरी। अनहता सबदवा जंत भेरी। आरती कैसी आरती होए। आरती कैसी आरती होए। गगन में थाल राव चंद दीपक बने। गगन में थाल राव चंद दीपक बने। तारे का मंडल जनक मोती। धूप मल आन लो पवन चबरो करे। सगल बन राय फूलंत ज्योति। फूलंत ज्योति। आरती कैसी आरती होए। आरती कैसी आरती होए। पव खंडना तेरी आरती। पव खंडना तेरी आरती। अनहता सबदवा जंत भेरी। अनहता सबदवा जंत भेरी। आरती कैसी आरती होए। सहस तब नैन नान नैन तो हे को। सहस मूरत ननायक तो ही। सहस पद बिमल नान एक पद गंध बिन। सहस पद बिमल नान एक सत गंध बिन। सहस तव गंध एव चलत मोही। एव चलत मोही। आरती कैसी आरती होए। आरती कैसी आरती होए। पव खंडना तेरी आरती। पव खंडना तेरी आरती। अनहता आरती होए आरती कैसी आरती होए। सब मह जोत जोत है सोए तिस दै सब मह जोत जोत है सोए तिस दै चानण सब मह चानण होए गुर साखी जोत परगट होए जोते पावै सो आरती होए सो आरती होए आरती कैसी आरती होए आरती कैसी आरती होए पव खंडना तेरी आरती पव खंडना तेरी आरती अनहता शब्दवा जंत पेरी आरती कैसी आरती होए आरती कैसी आरती होए आरती कैसी आरती होए। हर चरण कवल मक रंद लोभित मनोहर चरण कवल मक रंद लोभित मनो अन दिनो मोहे आही पे आसा कृपा जल दे नानक सारिंग को 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 होए जाते तेरे नाए वासा तेरे नाए वासा आरती कैसी आरती होए आरती कैसी आरती होए पव खंडना तेरी आरती पव खंडना तेरी आरती अनहता शब्द जंत तेरी अनहता शब्द जंत तेरी आरती कैसी आरती हो आरती कैसी आरती हो आरती कैसी आरती कैसी आरती कैसी आरती हो। ਰਾਮ ਕਲੀ ਮਹੱਲਾ ਤੀਜਾ। ਆਨੰਦ ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਆਨੰਦ ਪਿਆ ਮੇਰੀ ਮਾਏ, ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਮੈਂ ਪਾਇਆ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਤਾ ਪਾਇਆ ਸਹਿਜ ਸੇਤੀ, ਮਨ ਵਜਿਆ ਵਾਦਾਇਆ। ਰਾਗ ਰਤਨ ਪਰਵਾਰ ਪਰਿਆ, ਸ਼ਬਦ ਗਾਵਣ ਆਇਆ। ਸ਼ਬਦੋ ਤਗਾਵੋ ਹਰੀ ਕੇਰਾ, ਮਨ ਜਿਨੀ ਵਸਾਇਆ। ਕਹਿ ਨਾਨਕ ਆਨੰਦ ਹੋਆ, ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਮੈਂ ਪਾਇਆ। ਏ ਮਨ ਮੇਰਿਆ ਤੂੰ ਸਦਾ ਰਹੋ ਹਰ ਨਾਲ, ਹਰ ਨਾਲ ਰਹੋ ਤੂੰ ਮਨ ਮੇਰੇ, ਦੁਖ ਸਭ ਵਿਸਾਰਨਾ। ਅੰਗੀਕਾਰ ਹੋ ਕਰੇ ਤੇਰਾ ਕਾਰਜ ਸਭ ਸਵਾਰਨਾ। ਸਭਨਾ ਗਲਾ ਸਮਰੱਥ ਸੁਆਮੀ, ਸੋ ਕਿਉ ਮਨ ਹੋ ਵਿਸਾਰੇ। ਕਹਿ ਨਾਨਕ ਮਨ ਮੇਰੇ ਸਦਾ ਰਹੋ ਹਰ ਨਾਲੇ। ਸਾਚੇ ਸਾਹਿਬਾ ਕਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਤੇਰਾ, ਕਰਤਾ ਤੇਰਾ ਸਭ ਕਿਛ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਦੇਹ ਸੋ ਪਾਵੇ। ਸਦਾ ਸਿਫਤ ਸਲਾਹ ਤੇਰੀ, ਨਾਮ ਮਨ ਵਸਾਵੇ। ਨਾਮ ਜਿਨ ਕੈ ਮਨ ਵਸਿਆ, ਬਾਜੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਕਨੇਰੇ। ਕਹਿ ਨਾਨਕ ਸੱਚੇ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਤੇਰਾ, ਸਚਾ ਨਾਮ ਮੇਰਾ ਆਧਾਰੋ। ਸਾਚ ਨਾਮ ਆਧਾਰ ਮੇਰਾ, ਜਿਨ ਭੁੱਖਾ ਸਭ ਗਵਾਇਆ। ਕਰ ਸ਼ਾਂਤ ਸੁਖ ਮਨ ਆਏ ਵਸਿਆ, ਜਿਨ ਇੱਛਾ ਸਭ ਪੁਜਾਏ। ਸਦਾ ਕੁਰਬਾਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਗੁਰ ਵਿਠੋ, ਜਿਸ ਦਿਆ ਏ ਵਰਿਆਇਆ। ਕਹੈ ਨਾਨਕ ਸੁਣੋ ਸੰਤੋ, ਸ਼ਬਦ ਤਰੋ ਪਿਆਰੋ। ਸਚਾ ਨਾਮ ਮੇਰਾ ਆਧਾਰੋ, ਬਾਜੇ ਪੰਚ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਤਿਤ ਕਰ ਸਪਾਗੈ। ਕਰ ਸਪਾਗੈ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਬਾਜੇ, ਕਲਾ ਜਿਤ ਕਰ ਤਾਰਿਆ। ਪੰਚ ਦੂਤ ਤੁਧ ਵਸ ਕੀਤੇ, ਕਾਲ ਕੰਟਕ ਮਾਰਿਆ। ਤੁਰ ਕਰਮ ਪਾਇਆ ਤੁਧ ਜਿਨ ਕਉ ਸੇ, ਨਾਮ ਹਰਿ ਕੇ ਲਾਗੇ। ਕਹਿ ਨਾਨਕ ਤਹ ਸੁਖ ਹੋਆ, ਤਿਤ ਕਰ ਅਨਹਦ ਵਾਜੇ। ਆਨੰਦ ਸੁਣੋ ਵਡ ਭਾਗੀ ਹੋ, ਸਗਲ ਮਨੋਰਥ ਪੂਰੇ। ਪਾਰ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਪਾਇਆ, ਉਤਰੇ ਸਗਲ ਵਿਸੂਰ। ਦੁਖ ਰੋਗ ਸੰਤਾਪ ਉਤਰੇ, ਸੋਹਣੀ ਸੱਚੀ ਬਾਣੀ। ਸੰਤ ਸਾਜਨ ਪਏ ਸਰਸੇ, ਪੂਰੇ ਗੁਰ ਤੇ ਜਾਣ। ਸੁਣਤੇ ਪੁਨੀਤ ਕਹਤੇ ਪਵਿੱਤ, ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਰਹਿਆ ਭਰਪੂਰ। ਬਿਨਵੰਤ ਨਾਨਕ ਗੁਰ ਚਰਨ ਲਾਗ, ਬਾਜੇ ਅਨਹਦ ਤੂਰੇ ਸਲੋਕ। ਪਵਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਾਣੀ ਪਿਤਾ, ਮਾਤਾ ਤਰਤ ਮਹਾਤ। ਦਿਵਸ ਰਾਤ ਤੋਇ ਦਾਈ ਦਾਇਆ, ਖੇਲਾ ਸਗਲ ਜਗਤ। ਚੰਗਿਆਇਆ ਬੁਰਿਆਇਆ, ਵਾਚ ਧਰਮ ਦੂਰ। ਕਰਮੀ ਆਪੋ ਆਪਣੀ, ਕੇ ਨੇੜਾ ਕੇ ਦੂਰ। ਜਿਨੀ ਨਾਮ ਧਿਆਇਆ, ਗਏ ਮਸਕਤ ਕਾਲ। ਨਾਨਕ ਤੇ ਮੁਖ ਉਜਲੇ, ਕੀਤੀ ਛੁੱਟੀ ਨਾਲ। ਜਿਨੀ ਨਾਮ ਧਿਆਇਆ, ਗਏ ਮਸਕਤ ਕਾਲ। ਨਾਨਕ ਤੇ ਮੁਖ ਉਜਲੇ, ਕੀਤੀ ਛੁੱਟੀ ਨਾਲ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।